Simplification is key to mastering art. And in this video, we'll show you how to turn this into this. Hey Artleets, welcome to the Artwod channel, the program where we train our creative muscles on a daily basis. Have you ever found yourself struggling with the complexity of capturing light in your paintings? It can be quite overwhelming, I know, especially when there are multiple light sources on your subject. Don't worry though. Through the technique of simplification, you can achieve much better results. If we take a look at this painting by one of our students at Artwod, we can see a lot of good things already. The intention and storytelling of the picture is fairly clear, but the statement could be made stronger to improve the overall storytelling. The first thing we should do is simplify the subject into basic shapes and forms, something we constantly teach our Artwod students. By reducing the complexity of a subject, you'll have a better understanding of the lighting scenario. This simplification allows you to focus on the core elements of light and shadow, making it much easier to render accurately later. Then we should determine what light sources we need to communicate our statement and ignore everything else. So for this case, I picked ambient light coming from above to make the forms of the golem read, and the very warm light from the lava for dramatic effect. Everything else here I'm ignoring. I don't need it, I don't want it. It's more than enough to have these two light sources in order to tell the story. This is most of the storytelling we're trying to do here. We're trying to highlight the golem that is formed out of this lava and the guy standing in front of it. So we want to create that contrast and effect. But we're only picking two light sources. Remember, the less light sources you pick, the more dramatic the scene will be. If you look at a lot of comedy movies, you will see a lot of light, meaning that they're filling the screen with a lot of light, sort of killing all of the shadows. If you look at very dramatized cinema, very dark, maybe horror, thriller, drama in general, if you have some heavier scenes, you will see a lot more shadow, meaning that there probably will be a very limited amount of light sources available. So this should be the first thing you practice, limiting your light sources and not randomly lighting your subjects from multiple angles. It's a common beginner mistake and it can be easily avoided by just properly planning beforehand. Otherwise, you end up with paintings that look confusing or muddy. Another great benefit of simplifying your light sources is the increased efficiency it brings to your creative process. By having a well-defined lighting plan, you can work more efficiently knowing exactly how the light will interact with your simple forms. This saves valuable time and allows you to focus on other artistic aspects of your work that are probably a lot harder, like design or composition. Once our light sources have been defined, we can light the simple forms accordingly. This will give us a roadmap on where to put areas of light and areas of shadow. After the big statement of light and shadow has been established, we can start working from big to small and refine the forms to better reflect the material that we want to imply. And in this case, it's a rock for the golem. We can then start adding detail in areas we want to pull attention. Again, this is a common mistake that I see beginners make. It's to over-detail all the areas instead of restraining yourself to the detail you want in the areas that you want the audience to look. So a great trick here can be to choose only to apply detail in areas that are hit by light or areas that are hit by shadow, and we leave the other area up from imagination. Never underestimate the power of your viewer's imagination. By sticking to your lighting and detail plan, you will make your life easier when rendering your subject and will therefore automatically achieve a better result. When you are rendering and adding more detail, make sure you always keep those simple statements in mind. If you want to get better at this technique of simplification, make sure to check out our awesome courses and classrooms available at artwod.com. Happy learning, Artleets!